Well, here we are. This is the third attempt of recording this video. In comparison to the usual stuff that I do, where I talk about photography, audio, video, all the technical things, this is going to be different. Why is it the third attempt? Well, the first two I didn't really get through it emotionally. So usually when I travel to a city, I do so for a living, as a job. And that means that I will, go from studio to studio or wherever I shoot, and then in between show you some beautiful little corners that I discover in the city that I'm going to. In this case, I'm not here for a job at all, and I'm not here as a tourist either. I'm here to leave my 16-year-old daughter behind, which sounds terrible, I know. She today has joined San Francisco Ballet School, which is amazing, and I am sure she will do really well. She has the drive and the talent and the mental power to really achieve her dream of becoming a classical ballet dancer. For me as a dad, however, I had to drop her off today at boarding, where I'm confident she's looked after. She will be fine. I wasn't so fine, to be honest. Maybe call me the overprotective dad. It was my job for the last 16 years to shelter her, to make sure that everything is in her favor. I didn't expect myself to be so emotional, to be honest, because even though I handed her over to boarding today and helped her with getting her suitcase under the bed and getting organized before they kicked me out. Now, they didn't kick me out, but there was a curfew where the parents had to leave. So I was out in the street. And she has a day off tomorrow. So we will still do things together tomorrow. And I thought I was fine. It's not like the last hug. But I wasn't. The moment she gave me a hug, I had tears running down I couldn't speak. It was like, it just all came over me. And she was smiling, she was beaming, she's so excited. And I am for her. But it was just as if I lost something which I don't lose. And tomorrow morning, I'll go and pick her up and we'll go through the city and have a great day. And I expected at least for a couple of days to be cool. Not to be cool, but to have a grip on it. I just didn't expect to react like this today. And if it would be any other way, I would probably be a terrible dad. So if you're a dad and you have a daughter, you'll probably feel it. You probably know exactly what I'm talking about. If not, well, you would be probably a terrible parent. I don't know. But anyway, so like a sobbing mess, I left the place. I put in my earbuds and put on Bee Gees, Staying Alive, da-dum-dum-dum-dum-dum-dum-dum. And I decided, you know what, instead of taking a taxi back to my hotel, I will walk. Which, if you ask my calves, it was a really stupid idea because it's far, and if you've ever been to San Francisco, you know the hills up and down. It's, yeah, I feel it. I truly feel it, but I just kept walking and walking and walking. And as I was walking, I thought, shall I do another travel video? Shall I show, another angle of the Golden Gate Bridge and I decided, no, that's not what I'm gonna do this time. This time, I will talk a little bit more about my life. Now, just to be clear, in my head, I'm still a crazy young gun. I've never subscribed to adulthood. If you ask my lower back, yes, that shows my age. I'm nearly 60. I had a career for 40 plus years, and actually 2 distinct different careers. And I've learned a lot. I traveled the world. I've been to so many countries. I mean, just within Europe alone, from Switzerland, obviously, where I grew up, to Germany and France and Italy and Spain and Portugal and Turkey. And that's just within Europe. And then, of course, you've seen London and Paris, and you get to New York for the first time. I was in New York for the first time in 1985. End of April, beginning of March, beginning of May, I think. Definitely 1985. I do remember clearly because I still have the gospel choir in my ear that I've heard walking past one of those churches, because they were singing "We Are the World," which was just released. And these beautiful harmonies, they're still in my head, and every single time I have been back to New York since, I walk back to that church in the hope that I can hear those harmonies again to whatever song. I went so much in love about this, and then you go to the east, from Hong Kong to the colorful sides of India and Vietnam and Thailand, and of course the US, and all those different places. And in all those different places, I found the same thing. There might be different skin colors, there are different religions, there are different outlooks, but the same beautiful people. So I shall be talking about a little bit those travels. I will talk a little bit about all those things that I've learned as a performer, as a singer on stage. Maybe starting with the little rock band that never worked out, and at some point ending with photography, teaching, the absolute pleasure and gratitude that I feel for helping other people achieve their dreams. That's sort of in the situation that I am nowadays. And, maybe the transition from having huge success on stage and then retiring, and then nobody applauds you anymore. And all that TV and newspaper articles are gone, and you're nobody again. And talking a little bit about the failures, which I seem to be very good at producing. Crazy ideas that totally didn't work out, and those that did work out. So this series will be personal. So I hope that you can take something from it. At the very least, as I said, if you're a parent and you feel that, then leave a comment, say hello, leave a like on the video if you can. That really helps, and especially for creators that have small little YouTube channels, it helps tremendously. So if you then like, you can subscribe, but hit that like button, that will be great. And for now, I shall see if those old legs still carry me a little bit. It's dark outside, but I shall go for another walk and see what I find. That's usually how I go through cities. I usually have no plan whatsoever. I just walk into any kind of direction. If I see something halfway interesting, I turn and follow my nose, and at the end of the day, I hope I find back to my hotel. So that's it for right now. I think I blabbled enough. I'm actually quite proud of myself that I've made it through this version of the video, because as I told you, the first two I was a very emotional mess. So I'll try to keep it together as much as I can, but at the same time, you know, you gotta be honest. It's very mixed feelings, let's put it this way. All right, I'll leave it at that. I hope you go out and create something awesome, and I'll see you in the next video.
We are here, we are free, we're together for all to see. Let us sing, shine uniquely. This is us, SV.